Good morning and welcome to Andros Island in Greece. One of my favorite countries in the world, if not my favorite. Definitely up there in the top three. I just got here a few days ago. That is the port of Gavrio, and that is the little village of Gavrio. Andros here, it's just a quick 1 hour ferry ride on the fast ferry from Athens. So it's very easy to get to. It cost about 38 euros to get here, which that's for the fast ferry price, but it was worth it because when we arrived, the seas were like really, really rough and wasn't that pleasant of a ride. Today in this video, I'm going to hike up to something called St. Peter's Tower. Andros here is known as one of the better islands for hiking. And as you can see, it's quite green in comparison to other Greek islands that I've been to, but hoping it gets a little greener as we get up into the hills there. These are olive trees here. That's an olive orchard. And I just want to show you this amazing house. I think this is the best Airbnb I've ever had. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house with this terrace here, which is totally amazing. And just the perfect place to have dinner, lunch, breakfast, coffee. This is about 65 US dollars a night. That is the weekly rate. And just look at this kitchen here. Not going to be going to many restaurants while I'm here in Gavrio, just because I have this kitchen. And then the living room with the big TV there, Wi-Fi, everything. I'll show you the bathroom. Basic bathroom, but very nice. And the bedroom here, there's 2 bedrooms, they're just identical, so it looks just like this. And Gavrio is a little unusual because almost always on the Greek islands, wherever the port is for the ferry is usually the sort of capital of the island, or the hora, as they say, the main town. Like, for example, in Naxos, you have Naxos town, and that is where you arrive on the boat, and that's the main village. But actual Andros Hora is on the complete other side of the island. All right, I think we can just go right up here. And these walls, I've noticed these walls are like different than what I've seen before. There's like a big rock every, meter or two. I've never seen that before. Pretty nice. Andros here is advertised as one of the green islands. It's one of the reasons I came here is because there's good hiking and swimming. If you've ever been to a Greek island, like say you went to Mykonos or one of the famous ones, it's usually, look at that wall, that's what I mean. You usually end up like swimming every day and eating at night, and that's what you do, and that's great, it's fantastic, but I came here so that you can mix it up and do hiking as well, because honestly, just going to the beach every day and swimming gets old after a week or so. There's the port of Gavrio. You can see why it's a port. It's got that natural protection. And man, we needed the protection when we arrived, that's for sure. It was just so windy. And as soon as we got in the port, it calmed down. So one thing about Andros here is it's really, really not crowded. I think it's September 21st today. So one of the best times to be in Greece, always the shoulder seasons, May, June, or September, October. Wouldn't want to be here in July and August because of the crowds and the heat and the prices. But when we arrived on the ferry from Athens a few days ago, it was really packed. I would guess there was like 500 people on the ferry. And Andros isn't the only stop. It goes Athens, Andros, Tinos, Mykonos, and then Naxos. And when we pulled into Andros here, like 20 people got off the ferry. So that tells you, you know, it's not the most popular island. Well, it's not looking super green so far, but it is greener than a lot of the other islands I've been to. Crete is the exception. I've been to Crete twice, and it's just, there's so much forest and mountains there, but it's kind of not fair because Crete's like, you know, maybe 5 times the size of this island, maybe more. But we got about 45 minutes more up in these hills, and we will see what's waiting for us. This is my 4th or 5th time I've been to Greece, and it's just, there's just some places you just connect with, and Greece is definitely one of those for me. I mean, I always enjoyed my time in Greece. Just the amazing landscapes, the Mediterranean, the people, the food, the price, and it's very affordable. Look at that house. Wow. I could definitely, you know, see myself living in that for 3 months and just enjoying my days here. When you're on the islands, especially the smaller ones, there's just a simplicity to life. Things just feel easy and good, healthy. Greece definitely feels healthy. There's something about the water, the air. There's not a lot going on in Gavrio, but I kind of chose to come here just because of that awesome rental. And I mean, it has everything I need. The beach right there, which we'll show later in this video. The village has everything you need, supermarkets, restaurants if you want. Probably gonna just cook on my own and save my money for Andros Hora, where there's more people, more restaurants, so probably some better eating out there, I'm imagining. Ooh, here comes the wind. And the asphalt is ending just up ahead, so. And there's also a very popular village called Batsi, which is a 15-minute bus ride from Gavrio. And it's just that way. I don't think you can see it from here, but it's very popular with tourists. It's a lot of resorts and things like that. I'll probably visit that on a bus ride in the next couple days or so. Supposed to be a lot of good restaurants there too. Hopefully you can hear me with the wind. It is quite windy. I have a windscreen on, so hopefully that's doing something for you, but there's not much else I can do about it. It's a Greek island, it's windy. You're getting the real experience. Wow, look at that place. Man, I mean, like where I'm staying, it's just simple, but it's kind of like my dream house. Just having the outdoor terrace there with the sea views, and man, something about Greece. They just kind of know how to live, you know? Like everyone talks about like the Mediterranean diet, and it is the nearby island of Icaria is one of the blue zones, meaning it is the people live the longest there. There's a lot of centenarians there, people that live to 100 and beyond. And I don't know, there's just something that feels good about Greece. They know how to eat. It's like they socialize. There's community. There's just something about it that feels good, you know. I was in a city called Peleohora. I was having dinner, and the seat next to us, he made a good point. He said the Greeks farm their tourists, meaning it's not too expensive, and it's so amazing and beautiful that they know you'll come back. So they don't price gouge you right away. They just count on the fact, well, if we keep the prices reasonable, they'll just keep coming back. And we do. Ooh, it's windy. Oh, baby. Oh, swimming pool. Haven't seen many of those. Look at that. That's probably Tinos. There's one of those out there, I'm sure. But Greek paradise. though it's about 15 minutes later, you didn't miss much. It's kind of what it's been looking like here. But that is a hiking marker. So this type of road, I guess, is considered like a hiking trail here. So good to know. Here we go, more of these walls, these unusual style of walls. Another thing I should mention is the houses here are, it's salt water. The running water is salt water. So when you shower, it's not like as salty as the sea, but it is salty. So my host said you can cook with it. I've been cooking my pasta with it. And like when you brush your teeth, you taste it, it is real salty. So you're also washing your clothes. It has a washing machine in the house, but it's being washed with salt water. So it's gonna be a salty time here in Andros. Man, look at that thing. Look at that wall structure right there. This profile. So one good thing is it's really not very hot. It's maybe like 75 degrees or something, maybe 80 degrees. And if you're here in July, I mean, it must just be a furnace. It must just be in the hundreds. So shoulder season, not only do you get better prices, less crowds, you also get better weather. And looks like we're gonna continue on up here. Woo! It's windy. I think we found what we're looking for, St. Peter's Tower. So just gotta get along this road and somehow get down there and see what we got. And I believe that's the village of Agios Petros. So another small village there. It has a church and a few houses. I'm not sure what else, maybe a restaurant or something. But let's figure out how to get down to the tower. Yeah. Tower. Just on the islands. And another little church. Look at that. Wow. The smallest church in Andros. And the tower. It dates back to the Hellenistic period between the 4th and 3rd century BC. It is cylindrical with a height of 20 meters with a base diameter of 9.5 meters and made entirely of local slate. So that's all slate stone. Inside there's a helical staircase that led to at least 5 floors. Its surviving height and complex structure make it a unique monument of its kind and is one of the best preserved in the Cyclades. which is the island chain in Greece. The panoramic position in which it is located overlooking the sea has given many theories about its role and use. One theory says that the tower functioned as a frictoria, which is a tower for the exchange of light signals with fire, because it is built in a special position with panoramic views of the sea and the ability to control ships. So you can imagine being at the top of that and looking out at sea, and they would perhaps use fire signals to communicate with ships or whatever, because they have the better vantage point than their ships down below. So there you go. It's so old they really aren't 100% sure. Just theories. It is empty, and there was at one time a staircase that went up to at least 5 floors. Wow. But we can't get in there, so. All right, time to have a little snack with some water. Hike down there, hopefully this way, so I don't have to backtrack, and go for a swim in the beautiful Mediterranean Sea. Let's do it. All right, the phone says this way is gonna work. Just a half hour down to the beach. So it turned into a loop trek. And so far, you know, that's a pretty good hike for Greece. There's things to see, there's trails, but the Gavrio side of the island, this side of the island, isn't really the better hiking area. When I go to Andros, which is the whole other side of the island, it's actually a 1-hour bus ride from here. So, you know, this island's actually pretty big. That's more where the real good hiking is. So that's one of the main reasons I'm going to go there. And also just to see the Hora, the main town of the island. So, but not bad. That was about, I've been hiking for maybe over an hour. You can imagine if you're looking out there, you have a direct line of sight on this whole section of water. So very well could have been for signaling ships and just keeping an eye on things in general. And again, Maps.me has come through. I've downloaded the offline map for the whole island here of Andros, and this trail, you know, in the middle of nowhere on some random Greek island is on Maps.me. So highly recommend it. I've already would have been lost 2 or 3 times already on this hike if it wasn't for that map. Fig treat. Okay, so I'm down from the mountain there, and I'm almost down to the coast. There's a few beaches to choose from in this area. There you go. That is the main beach. There actually is a little shade down there, but I'm gonna go to a different beach. So pretty good looking beach there, and that is sand. That is, I was there yesterday walking, and it's real sand, not pebbles or rocks. And here's the other beaches. So I'm gonna try to get down here in the shade here and just cool off. It's really hot right now, actually. So looking forward to this. And my house is just there. It's like a 5-minute walk from this beach. that's going to do it for this video. Much more coming from Andros and the Greek Isles. See you next time.